Hi everyone, just wanted to do a quick share today on this final day of the eclipse portal, and today is a full moon and lunar eclipse. And well, I can only speak for myself, but it's been a very beautiful, subtle, but very intense passage. And I'm sharing from all different parts of my life, like the very human, physical part, which has to do with nurturing the body with juices and healthy food. And sometimes I don't eat that healthy food, so it's not like I'm always sticking to what I know is the best for me. But since my part of being here in the service work is to inspire others so that they can find their flame inside and the reason why they feel they are here, their mission, I try to just share things that I really have experienced myself that helps us get into the creator state and out of the Maya. Maya is the illusion. Maya is the dream that we are mostly identified with when we are very identified with our human physical bodies. And it holds a very, very deep grip on us, and it's in our programming in the mind. And yes, it is the biggest challenge that we have, that we live in the illusion, and from that we create delusions. And so the last 2 weeks for me have been about really disconnecting myself from my own dream, realizing that I am in my dream, walking in my dream. I've done many meditations, like really building up a momentum so that I can really help my God self, the me that is part of Prime Creator, which we all are, but we are so, when we incarnate and descend into the third dimensional reality, it is like a virtual program where we agree to forget where we came from and who we are beyond the physical body, beyond the mind. And sometimes, very often, usually for everyone, it takes such a big hold that we forget where we actually came from, who we are, and why we are here. And earlier, we also came into this reality just to have experiences in this realm, and just forget that we came and decided to forget, because if not, you can't really play the game in the right way. But this time we came to exit the game from within, because this time we're going to bring our bodies with us, and this is a very different game. Before, we needed to die to remember where we came from and why we are here in the first place. So, and this time many of us also have very important roles to help people, other people, including ourselves and other people, to remember. So I am here to help myself and others to remember, because I do remember on a mental, emotional level, but my body has not remembered. So these 2 weeks for me have really been this strange floating between dimensions, where things have been happening in my reality, my physical reality, but they have only been kind of pinpointing me and nudging me towards remembering it in my physical body, what is happening and what is truth and what is illusion, what is my dream. And when I say I don't mean like a dream, like a vision, I mean the dream of thinking that we're living in a physical reality. And the illusion, the dream of how I have programmed this reality. So all of the things that have been happening in my perceived physical reality has been things that I thought that I was done with many years ago. And so I've went in and I've really, it's like when you really accept and start walking consciously in your dream, you can start to redirect, reprogram, say, okay, so I honor this. I remember that this is something we needed, I needed a while ago to practice and to learn. For example, with boundaries and other people that are in my playing with me in my reality, and they have had different roles. And for many years, one of the biggest games that I played was the narcissistic empath game. So I am very skilled in that game. But as I say to my higher self, like, I think we're done with that now. We don't need it anymore. We decoded and deciphered that game to the very minute details, and so I don't need to have this coming into my reality anymore. And the same with not being worthy of income, always giving things for free, or like specifically with money and with just giving in general. We don't have to play that game anymore because it is kind of accomplished. It's come to a completion. And so it's been really, I have 2 online programs where I talk about claiming, or no, it's called Claiming My Creator States, and the other one is called Clearing Emotional Blockages. And both of them are really stepping stones to realizing the illusion, the Maya, and claiming the active participants that we are supposed to be in our illusion, so that we transcend our own Maya, our own dream, our own illusion, our own movie. We can call it so many things. For me lately, calling it the dream, my dream, has been very accurate and has felt very real, because once I'm in meditation and I become one with Source and I feel my true essence, when we have our eyes closed and then we open our eyes and then we walk into our illusion again, it's very, very quick that we fall out of the realization and the claiming that it's actually not real. What I'm walking in right now is not real, but it is real to the human aspect. It's real. It's as real as if we're watching a movie and we start crying. It's still real because it's stories that we identify with. So it's not that everything is fake and we are yeah. So what I mean to say is that this is the whole purpose of being here. So it's not like we are deluding ourselves and not getting it. We are here to be deluded and then to wake up. So these 2 weeks for me has come to a closure today, and I feel there is something amazing happening. Lunar eclipse and full moon today, and the energies are very different. So I have some really beautiful projects going on with a soul sister from Russia, actually, and also other things here in Mexico. But I came here to build New Earth, and it's kind of building New Earth in the illusion, but the New Earth is not the illusion. It's where we are going to live in our live and walk in our reality, where it's an up-leveled dream, where at least we are conscious of that we are still living in a dream, but we are consciously living in it. We are awake living in it. And in this way, being in the state where you are one with Source the whole time, that is living on New Earth. That is being the new human, because from that state, we will never make decisions or choices or relate to other people. We will not miscreate anymore. So this is living on New Earth, and it's really coming into tangible forms now. And it's been a huge process. And I mean, it might be that tomorrow I fall out of alignment with my true self again, and I suddenly identify more with my egoic mind, my human self, than with my God self, our unified self, like a multidimensional version. Or it's not the version, it's the true self. But it might be that tomorrow I'm caught in something human again, and then I temporarily forget. But what I want to say is that if you establish discipline and some good routines to help you remember that you're walking in your own dream, and how to exit that, and how to many times during the day take a step back and breathe and really feel that source connection. You can do it with me now. Just really take a deep breath. And exhale. It's like you're drawing all of the distractions back into the heart space, where you are observing your body, you're observing what's going on, but you, the true you, which is consciousness, is behind all of that. And the true self is infinite. It is not connected to time and space, and it's not connected to the reality you're playing here, or like multidimensionally playing in other realms as well. It's all just what you decided to experience. Yeah, so I know this video is not for everyone, and many are thinking perhaps, what is she talking about, and has she lost her mind? And yes, I have lost my mind, and this has been the purpose all along. I have had a very strong mind my whole life. Started with all the education I had, and being quite skilled in school, but always having this notion and knowing within me that, this is not really right. It's just opinions. It's just stories. And I really, really love science, and science is evolving, and it's coming into space where it's actually coinciding with spirituality, which is beautiful, because now it can be what it really came here to be. And I'm all over the place right now, but it's really, the true self is all over the place. Source is all over the place. And when we embody that source vibration that we all are, and when we stop identifying with our ego mind, we can allow source to flow through us. And it doesn't mean that I stop being me, but it means I stop being Maria with the stories, or Maria with the identity. It's just the energy of me, the essence of me that flows through me. And I mean, it's not new for me to feel this, and being with people and being really true to who I am. But I must say, the feeling of being able to stay in that state and feeling bliss and feeling love for no reason. There's no other person that triggers it. There's no external forces that puts me into that state. That's what we are looking for. That is that empty space inside that we try to fill with everything external, whether it's a partner or something material. It's really what we're all looking for. And I mean, I've had that feeling a couple of times in my life. I had a partner at a very short time where I was being myself fully, and the bliss and the love and the feeling of having arrived home that I had when I woke up in the morning before I had any thoughts, just this feeling in my body that, wow, I am so blessed and I'm so just perfect happiness. But it didn't come from the other person. It came from me experiencing me as source. So this is something I've kept in my heart because the relationship collapsed very shortly after. Yeah, that's what happens when there's a lot of light. But I have brought this feeling with me because I've been searching for it, and I know that it's impossible to search for it outside, but also it's impossible to know the feeling before you know the feeling. And you can read about how to get there, but it's also just words until you actually have done enough preparations and enough actual inner work to suddenly just wake up and be able to sense it, and then build momentum. Just keep doing that. Keep doing the seconds of resetting, the seconds of breathing, the seconds of reminding ourselves, I'm walking in my own dream. What do I not like? What is overdue? Which programs needs to be taken out? Which new ones need to be put in? What virus detection do we need to run here? And then actively working with our own dreams so that eventually it's not a dream anymore. We're walking fully awake in our own reality. Okay, so I'm sending you guys the deepest vibration of love that I am able to muster in this moment, and reminding you all that there are so many tools, and all the tools and techniques that we use are stepping stones to get where we actually, what we're searching for and looking for. And this is also why I keep sharing, either whether it's the Healy, which has been an immense support for me in this process where I need to be very, very diligent with my focus and my time and so I don't lose myself in the Maya, in the dream. And really all the time being very, very specific and aligning with the end result. Just this feeling that I had, this bliss feeling that I woke up with when I was with this, for a very short time with this man, it just showed me. And also when I had Poppy, my amazing God-sent sheep, my lamb, she showed me the true vibration of love. And she was just a mirror, because I was giving her the deepest, purest love that was me. And she just reflected it back to me. So it kind of, just pay attention to all the things on your path that is mirroring and reflecting back to you your true self. When you feel blissful and truthful and in complete authenticity. And when there's like this connection with an infinite source of love that you have to give, so nothing is really conditional. It doesn't mean that you're overflowing to all receivers, because sometimes love is about choosing where you give it. And this has been part of my journey, incredibly important, because I used to pour this love and this everything I had to give in all different directions where it was not supposed to go. So learning self-love is part of that journey for sure. And yeah, I was talking about the different tools. So there is the Healy. I think it's just an amazing tool for holding focus, for keeping your path, for walking steadily, all the time reminding yourself, working with the body, because the body has such a dense vibration in comparison to soul. So it takes a lot. That's almost the biggest job we have in this lifetime, to integrate the soul into the physical body. Descending the soul down is for the body to host that is a big step. And this is when we start talking about the crystalline DNA activating, and so there's so much. But I am just inspiring, hopefully, you guys to just see all the things that you're doing in your life, the techniques, the meditation, the mindfulness, the breathing, the yoga, the dancing, the eating, the essential oils, everything that you use. It's stepping stones to help us keep focus, to help us get to the inner realization of having arrived home. Yeah. And from that space, we create the new earth and the new human. And I'm looking so much forward to share with you everything that is happening and going on that, in that aspect, presenting more tangible things. And in the meantime, much love to everyone from the depth of my heart.